Hello, this is TheCaluminus. Today I'm going to do a review of, well, not a review, I'm just going to bring you up to date on a few of the features that I've encountered in the new Minecraft Snapshot 13w38a. I think is that. If I'm wrong, the title will be different. Pretty sure it's that though. Dinnerbone just tweeted this roughly an hour ago. I had a look at it, and I thought, I'd give it a look. He didn't actually list the features. He just mentioned some super secret settings. So I came on to have a look at them, and I discovered something, well, more than one thing, very interesting. First thing, sunflowers. As you've probably seen, Dinnerbone or Jeb or, well, it's appeared on the Minecraft forum, definitely. Someone has tweeted about sunflowers. They always face east, as you can tell here. If you look, it says east right there. So yes, flowers always face east. So without using F3, this is a very good way to tell which direction you're going. I'm now curious to see. Yes, wait, no, that's not a sunflower. I'm very curious to see how, whether or not you can plant these. There we go. See, planting sunflowers would be very handy. It's like a compass you have on the go. It doesn't exactly point to spawn, but it works more like a real compass. Now, onto the settings. Right. First of all, super secret settings. I'll get to them. They're very good. Video settings. As you can obviously see, there are a lot more than usual. For example, let's see, you can change the render distance into however many chunks you want to load in every direction now. This is very interesting. I had my render distance previously set to far on pretty much everything, and that was 12 chunks. So for those of you who have particularly beefy computers and want to ramp it up a bit and aren't happy with the current render distance, then you can ramp it up to 16 chunks, an extra 4 chunks in every direction. That's an extra 64 blocks in every direction. So that should have a big change on your gameplay, to be honest. Plus, it allows for better customization for custom maps and things when they want you to set your render distance to whatever you want them to. And again, max frame rate, you can now, well, it's a slider, which is quite handy. It goes up to 240 FPS and then turns into 250 and then turns into unlimited. I'm just going to keep mine set to 60. My monitor's just 60 hertz, so there's no point going anywhere above 60. I assume 120 is for the enthusiast with active 3D. Active 3D or plasma tellies, and any kind of crazy plasma telly. I've heard some go up to 400 hertz. Yeah, they can set it to whatever they want. Now, VSync, I can't remember. I don't think VSync was on here before. Please tell me if I'm wrong, but I don't think it was on here before. You can turn it on now, as you can obviously tell, and then sliders for mip-map levels and anisotropic filtering. Anisotropic filtering is quite demanding, and I'm not sure how demanding mip-map is. I don't think it's very demanding, but I think it's, just a bit demanding, as long as you have some spare processor speed, bandwidth. But if you have to 4, then mip-map, I think, smoothens textures over longer distances, just to give the game a nicer look and a smoother look. If you're viewing this in 1080p, then you'll see that the rocks over there look a lot more smooth than usual. They look like a smooth grey like they would in real life if you were further away. Now, is that all the video settings? Post-processing, I assume, it's just kind of light colouring and things. Just improve as much as possible. Now, super secret settings. This is a very interesting button. I'm really interested to see what they're going to do with this. I'm just going to go ahead. Oh, one click. Double click. This is a particularly blurry thing. It seems like a bit of overexposure on camera, but it's more than that. if you look, even when you go really close, it smooths out every single square in the texture of blocks, and also it goes over the edge slightly. If you look at my hand, then you'll see that it's kind of turned it into pictures instead of a 3D object, so the textures go out. It's so strange. If you look at my character from outside, I can't zoom in. Wow, his eyes look so creepy there. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so that's that. Next one. Yep, got that. Next one. Oh, this is weird. I can't exactly explain what this is. This is one of those things where I recognize it, but I don't know exactly what it is. It sort of reminds me of Borderlands in a way, in the sense that it has very... that the objects are outlined, but this is only some of them. It's quite weird. But, oh yeah, all around there, blocks are outlined. That looks better. I'm going to move on to the next one. This is normal. This, I'm not sure what this is. This seems like a kind of drunk thing. It's I've seen this very often just to make games look good. If you look, it gives like the edges of things a green or yellow tinge. It's interesting. I've seen it on titles of games, like I'm sure the Battlefield 3, the actual logo, it kind of flickers a bit. And is that actually doubled over there? Wow. Oh no, it hasn't. It just looks like two very similar things. Next one. Upside down. Yeah, this I'm not sure about this. I don't know what exactly its use is going to be. I'm assuming that you can use command blocks and it will really disorient players. Yeah. Next one. Oh, this is interesting. I love photonegative. It's just, I don't necessarily love the colour. I mean, it looks pretty nice. Well, no, it doesn't. It looks freaking awful. But I just love the fact that I know the word photonegative. It's a cool sounding word. Moving on. Oh, in a TV. This is a cool one. Yeah. Well, obviously you've seen it's beveled the edges and it has done the kind of stripes along like a very old non-flat screen TV, and it's blurry as hell. And the colours are slightly off. If you look at the whites, they're quite old looking. Oh, this is strange. Well, everything's strange, of course it is. These filters are weird. But if you look, this it puts borders on every single texture that changes colour. So these textures don't change colour much. It's only different shades of green, so the borders are thin. But if you look, say, further away things, where they completely change colour, then it makes bigger borders, and it also makes further away. It really defines, say, grass on top of dirt blocks. It's quite an interesting thing. Next one. Oh, this is one hell of a drunk motion blur, which I think you could combine with one of the other dodgy ones. This could be used. This is one of the ones that would be amazing if you're going super fast at some point, just to kind of put on, give a good effect, or also slow motion effects. It's like the kind of you see in a film when the person's like lying on the floor and they can't do much. Give me 1 second. Now back to where I was after I was rudely interrupted by Skype. This is the kind of thing where you would see in a film or a game when your character gets knocked, not exactly unconscious, but immobile. and they're just lying on the floor, and everything is really hazy. Their head is killing. It is really dodging up. Is there an end? Whoa! What happened to 16 chunks? Oh, okay. It appears you can now press Control to sprint while flying, which is an interesting thing. Boost you, speed you up. Next one. Have the TV one. Ah, this. I love this one. This is a brilliant feature. This is, it's like, sort of like Tron. It seems like they've kind of tried to add a Tron theme. If you look at the textures, they look very Tron-like. Gravel is particularly difficult, I can imagine, to make like Tron. But once you get to, say, green, it's dark. It is very dark. And then there's just a tiny bit of green, say my hand, for example. And obviously it's got the, around the edges, it's got the border between different types of blocks, and especially for water, you can really tell what's in the background using these colours, so it could be a very handy thing to have on, actually. I'm curious to see what chests and things look like. Oh wow, chests actually look quite awesome now. Next. Aha, 16-bit. No, not 16-bit, Jesus Christ. This is like original Doom. It's so obviously based off of that. I mean, imagine just not being able to turn up or down, just left, right with a gun, shoot, and everything. So I actually quite like this. I think it'd be interesting to see someone try and make a custom map using only this I don't know what's it called, feature? I know it uses GSGL shaders, so I'm just going to say filter, that works. Next. Black and white. Well, not black and white, just really greyed out, like halfway. Like the life's been drained out of it, so it could be an interesting thing to put on a sad part of, say, an adventure map, the place that you're trying to defend, and you go back and it's been destroyed, it's burning, and it's in this tin. Next. Green Quake. Or Doom. No, I said Doom. Quake was much better graphically than Doom. Yeah. It's an interesting style. I'm not sure what that is. But again, this would be an interesting one, as you can't tell the different colours of blocks either, so it might make things more difficult. Blurry as hell. I'm not sure exactly what the function for this would be. I'm thinking more recording purposes. If people want like a particularly blurry lens, or if people want to make Instagram for Minecraft. Here's your blur. Oh, yes. It's worth mentioning that all these creeper sounds and things are from me pressing the button. I'm not pressing it, and creepers and stuff happening at the same time. Please tell me, if you try and eat a mushroom, then everything looks like this. Because that will make everything incredible. Magic mushrooms. This is exactly what I imagine things to look like, except maybe with more unicorns. I mean, what is that? I know that's water, but you really couldn't tell until you got in it. So it could confuse the living hell out of people. Oh no, you can tell now because it's semi-transparent and has the water texture sort of. But, I mean, it's also another way to tell between materials really easily. We've done this one. It outlines all of the texture bits without boldening them like the other one did. And we're back to slightly blurry, only slightly blurry this time. Anything more? And that is all. That is my, what's to say? Well, it's not a review. Just kind of, that's my up to speed bringing of a few of the new features. I'm not sure why I can't load chunks further away because we've got 16 chunks loaded. Process is just being a bit weird. But yes, that that is Snapshot 13w38a. On my internet, this will be up the day, or possibly 2 or even 3, 5, 7, 5 weeks after this snapshot's actually come out. But anyway, please feel free to like, favorite, well, you favorite if you want, but it's a faff on. Comment if you like me, if you hate me. Yeah, even if you hate me, just comment. Share it if you think it's worth sharing, and that is all. I'll see you guys. I'm not going to say see you guys. I'll see you guys. That is all. Goodbye.